The city of Norwich is bracing itself for a Russian invasion.
I know that what I'm building appeals to me so much that it will appeal to people who are like me, so I know they will come.
This is the story of one Russian woman's dream to create the ultimate English hotel.
It's my unborn child, and I think I've been carrying it for the last 4.5 years.
She has never done anything like this before, but she knows what she likes.
Don't tell me what I can put or what I cannot put. I can put whatever I want. It's my vision, it's my restaurant, it's my hotel.
But has she taken on more than she bargained for?
I have to present to the world that we can do it. Failure is not an option.
The dream of a luxury hotel in the centre of Norwich is fast becoming a test of nerves for Lana and Carlton. After discovering their Egyptian marble would not fit into their English bistro, they began to worry they may have big problems abroad. The spa and bistro furniture for their hotel is being built in Cairo, but when Lana and Carlton made an unscheduled visit, they didn't like what they found.
It's not that's been designed. This is IKEA. I'm not paying thousands of pounds for this.
Designer Essam then showed Lana a photo of her bistro sofas, now safely on a boat somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea.
That's a totally different car. You're introducing a new colour. It's my vision, it's my restaurant, it's my hotel.
If the back it was yellow, I cannot do it.
Until Essam's furniture reaches Norwich, all Lana and Carlton can do is plan ahead and hope.
This is a sign. And we should know because we've done a few. Opening August. Although you could, if the light is right, read that as September. Because
Possibly October?
General Manager Brian is still kicking his heels on site.
It's a lovely evening, isn't it?
Before coming here, he ran a fashionable London wine bar, but he's far from confident about his future.
I'm shitting myself at the moment. The magnitude, the weight of what the fuck we're doing, you know, is just mind-blowing. And to be quite frank, you know, I'm out of my depth. You know, I don't know what I'm doing half the fucking time.
Head chef John Watt, or Grimsby to his friends, is not short on self-confidence, but is still lacking a working kitchen to get to grips with.
I need to be doing things, you know, I can't just be sat in an office all the time. You know, I've got to actually be in a kitchen, cooking the ideas. You know, it's what I do, it's what I am.
The hotel was originally meant to open in February, then April, then June, and now August. The Polish, Latvian and Ukrainian workforce are making good progress, even getting the troublesome lift tower off the ground. But is it all too little, too late?
Anyway, we want to be open for August. We should be marketing the place. I don't know. I trust Carlton and Lana. They know what they're doing. Maybe.
But Lana and Carlton put their trust in their very confident wallet and go shopping for £1,000 carpets in London.
I must have that one. Look at this. Oh, very, very sensual. It's so nice.
You ready? Are you ready?
Wow! I want that carpet.
Matches my jacket. I could stand it here. That's great.
Oh!
Can we have this carpet?
Back to Norwich.
But back at the hotel in Norwich, there is a surprise waiting for our carpetbaggers. The first truckload of furniture from Egyptian designer Essam has finally arrived from Cairo. Lana and Carlton have already paid Essam £100,000 without seeing so much as a sample of the work. Now, finally, it seems they will get what they paid for.
Well, I could have done better. It's been done on a cheap and it's been done quickly. It's a basically slapdash fucking job. The money that we have sent to you just recently, have you given it to Essam already? Oh, shit.
Carlton persuades Lana to view one of Essam's sofas in the bistro. The design scheme was meant to be yellow, but this really does look quite brown.
It's a fucking piece of crap. I just want to put a match to it and burn the whole fucking thing down. I mean, this is just chipboard, which has just been nailed. And this is just supposed to be leather. It's bad enough it's wrong fucking colour. It's no leather.
And he's saying, but I'm a designer. I don't give a fuck what you are. The design period was when we approved these. Design over. Now build what we have approved. Not just build what you think you'd like to build.
This is a piece of crap.
Coming up, Lana's week goes from bad to worse as Essam's problem furniture just keeps coming.
This is just totally and utterly rent. It's the work of a hooligan.
We are under such huge amount of stress all the time.
And Brian has a major run-in with his boss.
I know better than to argue with you because I have to let you win.
The arrival of Essam's sofas in Norwich has put Lana and Carlton in a spin.
Look, what the fuck are you doing? You've given me a bunch of furniture which I cannot use.
More furniture is still en route from Egypt, but the half-finished bistro is anything but ready for it. The August opening is quickly approaching, and their dream is in danger of coming off the rails. For first-time hotel developers, Lana and Carlton, the refuge that should be their home, is fast being invaded by their work.
Hardly a moment now where we're here without there being other people involved.
Well, it's not like we're an unwanted guest.
No, you're all wanted. God. They're all a bit like flowers, you see. You have to water them and feed them and stroke their egos and kick their bosses from time to time. I'm lovely and fluffy and cuddly and approachable. Sweetness and light until I turn into a witch queen.
It started to become important for our sanity to actually try and divide home and office. One day we just decided, right, that's it. They're all going to move into the garage. We're going to convert the garage into an office. In the space of a weekend, there was an absolute flurry of activity, and by Monday morning there was an office for them all to walk into, done on a shoestring, and it helps define office and home.
With the proposed bistro opening a matter of weeks away, it is also time to bring in some new blood.
Morning.
My name's Ivan. My title is Senior Sous Chef at the hotel. I'm the sort of liaison between John, the head chef, and the rest of the kitchens.
Hi, I'm Thomas. Was hired here for the restaurant food and beverage manager. I've just left the hotel I've been working at for the past sort of 4 to 5 years. Started off there as a waiter.
Of course, Thomas is Captain Pretty UK.
And
He holds the
apparently,
title of Captain Pretty UK.
Big chance for me. I'm only young and been given this opportunity, so I don't want to let anybody down.
Another addition to the rapidly filling shed is Charity, senior beauty therapist and manager of the yet-to-be-finished health spa.
Beautician is sort of an older word that you would associate with beauty therapists. And obviously because beauty therapy is becoming more medical, you know, it's a profession. Beautician could be somebody that has gone and done a week course in nails. So that's why beauty therapists don't like being called beauticians.
But with Lana as their boss, the new staff better watch their step. Or it could be curtains.
Wow. This is beautiful.
They will need several hundred metres of the high-quality silk and linen to fully furnish the hotel. It will also take the patience of a saint, Marianne in fact, to help sew the mountain of fabric.
I wish I'd paid more attention in sewing class at school.
And for the moment, without a spa to run, Charity's job title is quickly made irrelevant. But soft furnishings are only the tip of this colossal iceberg. Lana's dreams of ocean liner luxury for the hotel have cost £6 million so far, but the Russian family money is running out, and there's so much to do. Like fitting 10,000 square feet of carpets. Fitters Carl and Paul have arrived to measure up.
I mean, you can see there's still a hell of a lot to do. Let's have a look.
The 24 regal bedrooms will have individually designed carpets woven from the finest Egyptian wool. Let's hope the building is ready for them.
We've got to get all the final measurements today because our production date's looming.
Miles short.
We really need to get our skates on so that we don't miss our production slot. I would have expected today to have seen a lot more going on in here. It doesn't seem to be a great deal of activity on site at the moment, does it?
No.
We'll be ready for the first if they are ready. I don't think they'll be ready. I'd put a fiver on it now that it won't be ready.
But Lana and Carlton are forging on regardless, planning a centrepiece mural that will greet their first paying guests.
That would be nice. That would be much, much better.
They head to the Norwich studio of their old friend Sarah, a rather unconventional artist.
You know, I'm not a 9-to-5er. I have tried it. I've worked in London and was sacked for playing the bagpipes in the gents' toilets. But I think I'm the only person that would employ me, basically, now. Earn enough, you know, to keep going. Dog food, wine, that's all I need.
Do you know, I really, really love it. Wow. That is amazing.
So it's more travel kind of based.
You can see the stained glass there, and it picks up this, the same motif. When this is there, this space will look much bigger.
I've known Carl for 12 years because he plays in the band that I run. In the band, we call it his big game of Monopoly. You know, I'm going to buy a hotel, right, Carl, right, okay, you have to throw a double 6 first, possibly. You know, at the beginning, it really looked like a bomb site, really, because it had been left and it was Pigeon City.
Back in Pigeon City, head chef Grimsby is having a bad day. He's twisted his ankle and his kitchen's a mess. In order to turn out 90 exquisite meals in one sitting, he's meticulously planned the equipment he needs. But his new oven is a bit smaller than he was expecting.
When I ordered it, I swore I said to him I needed 2 decks, 2 trays, because if we're turning out 20 trays of bread a day, it's going to take twice as long to cook it. Okay. Could be a case of it is the right oven then.
Someone has evidently messed up their measurements.
Well, it's fucking chunky. Like, that's for 4 trays. Right, okay. If I'm the one that agreed to it, I'm the one that's going to have to use it. It's not what I wanted though. I wanted 4 trays at a time. Done several startups, and I've sort of consulted on startups as well. So it's, but it's never sort of been put back as much as this one has. At the moment, you know, it's all stress because we just want to get the place open. I want to get my part done and dusted, get everything set out, lock the doors and go, right, I'm ready.
Another person raring to go is Brian. He's brimful of excess energy.
I'm not a complete dosser, you know. I do have ideals and I have goals and I do have aspirations. I'm 42 now. I definitely would like to be doing something in this industry when I'm 45. Not necessarily my own thing. That everybody says that, oh, I want to do this so I can open up my own thing. Let me tell you, boys and girls, it's such a, especially doing this with Carlton and Lana, you've got to have nerves of steel.
It is a relationship. First 6 months is a honeymoon. And then the little habits and traits of character start coming out because, you know, you kind of think, oh, well, been here for 6 months, it's all okay, you know, we are together, we are sleeping, so, you know, I can proverbially fart in bed. Yeah, thank God for Carlton, otherwise everyone would have been sacked on a regular basis.
Everybody who was sacked at least once
on
a
a
day.
regular basis.
This is so gay. There, do this, kids, for half an hour without stopping. You can't do it. So what I do is I try for 10 minutes after a good 3-mile run, and just when I get myself to the pitch where I think I'm going to puke all over myself, that's when I stop. I worry a little bit about like walking before we run, you know. But I trust they know what they're doing. They've had their own businesses. I haven't. Who am I to question? Who am I to, you know? Nothing I judge, you know.
With seeds of anxiety growing amongst the staff, Lana summons her heads of department for a full and frank discussion.
I'm telling you here and now, there is no money. It is crisis management. I'm being absolutely honest with you.
But working within a further restricted budget is making Brian's job virtually impossible.
Yeah, basically, it's looking like I'll be able to get Riedel glasses
For £1,000.
It's still around $3,000.
Sorry?
It's
Sorry, did you say 3? No, 2,000 £2,000. That's what you have. Not £3,000. Not £2,000. 1 penny.
It's now the 22nd of July. A bar has yet to be made in Egypt and delivered. You know.
Yeah, Brian, but that is our critical path.
But involves me as well too, Lana, because you know.
Yes,
I mean,
course,
it's I'm running your wine bar for you.
All you need to do is just concentrate on your things, Brian. Let us worry about.
Well, I'm putting that on my critical path, whether you like it or not, because that does concern me. No, I'm not just saying it. I don't want to piss you off, Lana. I know better than to argue with you because I have to let you win. But.
She asked me my opinion and I gave it to her, and there you have it. I pissed Lana off. And you know what? It felt good. It felt really good.
We never intended to end up so desperately short of money, so close to opening. But there again, we never intended to be opening this late. Our money resources were geared to keeping us going till last Christmas. And here we are at the end of July.
We're so emotionally and physically exhausted that basically it takes one little thing to set either of us off.
But the next big thing to land on Lana and Carlton's doorstep is Egyptian designer Essam's second furniture delivery. Owners Lana and Carlton went to him seeking stylish restaurant furniture at affordable prices, but so far he hasn't given them what they expected. After the disaster with the sofas, Lana is desperate to see what Essam has sent her this time.
Look, it's split. That's all. Every bloody piece is split.
Oh dear. The mountain of bistro furniture is coming apart at the seams. When combined with his notorious brown sofas, Essam's matching furniture is anything but comfortable for Lana.
It's not as if this, it's a different colour, but doesn't it really blend? To be perfectly honest, had he done it sky blue, like
it would actually would have been better.
It would have been better.
Yes.
Because what we wanted was something that's really quite dynamic in here, and this colour is just boring.
Well,
it's just a,
what I
boring
call
colour.
it, in not so fashionate way. It's a baby poo colour.
I don't know. You obviously haven't seen enough baby poo. It comes in a lot more colours than that. It's probably one of the biggest contracts he's got all year. We know when we were last there, he's just bought himself a new car. He's just bought himself a Jaguar, which is getting imported.
Well,
I want to go and scratch his Jaguar. I want to go and interfere with that order and change it from being a red one with cream seats to being a blue one with black seats, and just saying, oh yeah, but it's matching.
Help is on the way. Paul, a master furniture restorer from Essex, is their last-minute saviour.
I got a phone call from Carlton and there was a bit of a mad panic on, Paul, can you get over to the hotel? There's some furniture that needs urgent treatment. Where they're splitting is where there's joins of timber. They're just pieces of wood that have been glued together. It's just get them out as quick as you can, get the money in the bank. That's their attitude. Carlton and Lana said there's about 90 to 100 of them, and some of them have got 2 splits in or 3 splits in, not just the 1 split, so it's pretty time consuming. We've worked it out and we've averaged it out. You're looking at £60 a chair basically to put right what shouldn't be there in the first place, so no, it's not good when you've got to put that on top of your original price.
Paul's got 90 chairs to fix, but Lana and Carlton have only given him 2 weeks.
When you keep every day coming in here and all you can see is these big yellow chairs in your face, really you do want to get them out your workshop as quick as possible to keep some sanity before you end up seeing me hanging from me rafters one night.
Yeah, Carlton and I think, God, we wish we'd never met Essam. Sometimes the person with the biggest banner waving it around and with the biggest house and flashiest suit is not necessarily, and flashiest car is not necessarily the best person, but if you knew where you'd fall, you'd put some straw.
Coming up, Lana and Carlton get their much-needed rest in the vineyards of Provence. But there's discontent at home as the team suffers its first departure.
1 minute huggy, and the next thing you know, you're having your nuts cut off. That shit.
The arrival of Essam's Egyptian furniture at the hotel in Norwich leaves Lana and Carlton fuming.
Every bloody piece is split.
Whilst new arrivals at base camp fill their house, their garden, and even their garage.
No kidding, they're breeding over there. There's 3 people per every square inch.
It is, I find it bizarre. It seems weird sort of working from what is a shed really, which is a few computers in, 5 people in the shed.
For Lana and Carlton, the stress of running a multi-million-pound project from their Norfolk home is taking its toll.
Well, as soon as there's electricity and an office and things down there, then this lot can be booted out too sweet. It's on top of the pressure we have of actually trying to make this business happen, is that we just have no space of our own.
Escape is the only option.
They're going to Provence for a long weekend to get a bit of sun, I think, and chill a bit and recharge the batteries.
I have to take those. So again,
That's it.
That's it.
10 pairs for Laura,
These
1
shoes,
pair for you.
green shoes are a good thing in cold weather, I'm told.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said in bed, I wear nothing but scars from Normandy Beach.
After the horrors of the last few months, they really need some R&R. And Lana could do with some retail therapy.
Oh, look at that hat. Wow, it's fabulous.
Of course, there is another reason for coming to Provence. General Manager Brian has worked long and hard to source the finest wines for St Giles House.
Yes?
What do you want? Who are you?
But Lana and Carlton feel it is their duty as hoteliers to try before they buy.
I can smell a bit of pear.
But the one person who should be there, wine expert Brian, is left in Norwich, keeping an eye on the hotel.
Brian.
Brian,
Very nice
yes.
rosé.
Yes.
Shame
Well
you're not
done.
here drinking it
Yes,
with us,
well
but
done.
never mind. We'll bring a bottle back for you.
Maybe.
I'm a bit cheesed off at the fact that I didn't get invited to France, and to be honest with you, today, the way I feel, it's like, fuck it, that's the way I feel. Kind of like, let's kind of break down this kind of like, we're loving you 1 minute, huggy, and the next thing you know, you feel like you're, at the end of a very long table in a boardroom, about to, have your nuts cut off. Fuck that shit. Let's get on with it.
Enough is enough. Brian relieves his simmering anger with a trip to a wine fair.
It's not bad on the nose. Basing the wine list on what John is going to be preparing is exciting, and it's going to give me an opportunity to kind of springboard and try matching his dishes with wines that are sort of off-piste. Excellent. Now that is how you make a nice, ripe, fruity, but there's backbone, there's spice, there's tannin. I have come to St Giles with a bit of this experience, and it is a passion, and I will continue learning about wine until hopefully until I die. Very nice.
But spitting into a bucket in a crowded warehouse is little substitute for the real thing.
John, what? There is a hound of Baskervilles there. It's a dog which is like the size of a small pony. It's ferocious.
It's one of our employees. We use it when the customer don't pay the bill.
With wine producer Olivier to guide them, Lana and Carlton continue their tasting tour of Provence.
Bit of gasoline. Yes, I can smell that, and 3 weeks unwashed pants coming in very strongly.
Men's pants or girls' pants?
Is it the pants of a young virgin? Yes.
Here's a cherry.
Here's a cherry.
And here is a mouth.
And I'm going to extract a stone with my tongue.
Lana is showing us how she takes a pip out of the cherry whilst the cherry is still whole.
Yeah.
Tell me the secret.
Strong tongue.
Strong tongue. And a lot of sucking action.
That's a little too much information, Lana.
Cut!
Back at home, Grimsby is still grumpy. He now has plenty of ovens, but no gas supply.
What's worrying me the most? Don't know, I think it's like a collection of everything. Little worries here, little worries there. Once you get them all together, it's one really big, massive one.
The gas people came this morning and to test the gas. It's not very good. They've turned the gas off now. Lots of leaking in the kitchen. All the connections, all the T-pipes and the bends and everything are not working at all.
When I spoke to him the other day, he said, no, it'll all be done, it'll all be done. No bollocks.
Also trying to make the best of a bad day, Charity begins her staff induction with a tour of her less than impressive spa complex.
I want to do trade tests, I want to train some girls. Where do I do it? So it is quite difficult. And hopefully when you come back to see it, you can get in the lift rather than having to climb the ladder.
But with little sign of progress on site, Charity is back to the sweatshop. The waiting is enough to knock anyone's confidence.
And sometimes I feel like I'm a fucking fake. Sometimes I feel not worthy of this position, though I know that I can do it. I know that I have to do it. I want to do it. I'm 42 years old, and it's, you know, I've got not only this one here. Oh, God, she's heavy. But you're right there, babes. But I have another one as well. Plus, you know, a wife as well, obviously.
Oblivious to the growing resentment at home, Lana and Carlton are shopping for an exotic addition to their gentlemen's club.
I absolutely love it. I think I'm going to pee myself with excitement. That's so well made. Oh, that's lovely. If we recovered that in faux zebra or the ocelot skin, in that sort of pattern.
No, the zebra is what you do, the black and white.
No, but it wouldn't. There is nothing black and white here. You'd have to do, or in the tiger print. It's damn perfect. I'm so excited about it, but I'm trying to be very sort of disappointed so we could get the price down.
The price is €8,000, with a further 1,500 to ship it home. For once, they need to haggle.
Let's see what we can do.
Lana leaves it to their good friend Philip, a former antique dealer, to whittle the price down.
Philip actually managed to negotiate it down to €5,300, which is fantastic. We're having it.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
With the cats away in France, the mice hit the town, heading to the wine bar Brian used to manage. Any excuse for a bit of staff bonding. While things get rowdy in London, Lana and Carlton indulge in their own forbidden fruits.
Isn't this just the sexiest fruit? Luscious.
More hard work for our intrepid hoteliers, sourcing the very best for St Giles House.
It just looks like shower cap.
Everything is made by hand.
God, this is so intricate. It's so intricate.
Chocolate and gold. Lana has found her heaven.
I've always wanted to know how you put the filling in the chocolate. Please, can I do this? Can I try? Can I? Okay. You know, when you taste it, you bloody well know it. You know, it's not just jam. It's jam, isn't it? It's jam. Jam, 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 jam.
In England, it's the morning after the night before, and time for a spot of Grimsby's finest hangover cure.
These are black puddings in the French style. See, it's almost like chocolate mousse inside, you know, you've got bits of fat in there, you know, which moisten it when you cook it.
But can his northern chocolate mousse please all the gang?
But, taste a bit.
No, I don't.
Taste a little.
Don't like
just you try it, babes.
You called it a scab and then you asked me to taste it.
That's what it is. Just try a bit. Oh, I'll do it for Daddy.
No,
Here comes a little choo-choo train. Come on. Spoon it in now. You're quite willing to get a piece of wax, put it on somebody's and rip off all their hairs, but like you won't eat a bit of black pudding. mean? How double standard is that?
End of that conversation.
God, I have a stick between my legs.
For high-flying hoteliers, Lana and Carlton, their flight of fancy is nearing its end, and thoughts soon turn to home.
Oh, I don't want to go back. I mean, who would want to go back to reality? All the time I'm worrying about the hotel. I'm worrying what the builders are doing, I'm worrying what the bank is doing, I'm worrying what my adopted children, Brian and John and Marianne and Charity are doing.
Little do they know their buying trip to the wine regions may have sown more troubles than it has solved. They could arrive back home with a bump.
Fantastic! Again!
Back in Norwich, and freshly revived by her time away, Lana inspects progress on site and is pleasantly surprised.
They've painted the lift shaft. Wow! Look at this. This is all looking really good. Oh, I'm just gonna burst into full step crying.
At the front of the building, food and beverage manager Tom has spotted a cheeky addition to the St Giles House sign.
I hadn't actually seen that, but no. Probably right though, isn't it? It's going to be Augustish.
The gang,
Yes.
they always have a very nice time when we're not there.
I just think
we
about
get back and they always say things like, "Oh, we had a very good week. We did lots of bonding." Yeah, okay.
But what have you actually done?
What have you actually done?
But for one member of the gang, the delays have proved too much. With her faith in the business shattered and any hope of running her spa a distant dream, Charity has had her fill of curtains.
I was stunned. I had to reread it 2 or 3 times because it was completely unexpected. I do feel taken for a ride. It's bad timing. I do feel very, very weary, having spent quite a lot of time and quite a lot of money training someone, only to lose them a month before you open.
Charity may be the first to jump ship, but she probably won't be the last.
I feel sort of sidelined at the moment, and it's not fun. I'm off my game at the moment.
And Brian's lack of focus hasn't escaped the notice of his bosses.
Both Carlton and I are extremely dissatisfied with Brian's performance. Why is he behaving as if he is a rabbit caught in the headlights?
Several times over the last few weeks, we asked Brian just to tell us how many glasses he need. What he gave us was a number of glasses that he thought looked pretty, which was not the question.
I'm a hotel manager, and there are many hats I wear. It's a big umbrella, Whether I can do it or not, we'll see, I want to do it. God, I need the job. I need the income.
I'm not of the persuasion, buy a dog and bark yourself. I buy a dog, I expect it to bark. It's when the dog fails to bark and the robbers are in the house, then I have to do something myself. Do you take the dog and shoot him out in the yard? Do you get another dog?
Coming up, the knives are out for Brian as he heads for a judgment day with his bosses.
Now, life is pretty shitty at the moment, actually,
I think if he didn't get just how perilous his situation is, then he's simply stupid.
She scares the shit out of me, frankly.
Hotel developer Lana, refreshed by her French buying trip, returns to reality with a bump. The stuttering progress in Norwich leaves no room for Charity.
I do feel taken for a ride. It's bad timing.
And with faith in Brian's ability waning, there's little hope of meeting the August deadline. Since the French trip, relations between Lana and the staff have got a bit sticky.
One thing that I will not do is I will not be held by kind of emotional blackmail, and I will not put up with unsubordination in my ranks. As a general, I cannot afford, because it will send a wrong message to my troops, it will set up a precedent, and then how am I going to run this business?
With St Giles House due to open in a few weeks, it should be Brian's responsibility to keep the staff on track. But Lana and Carlton have growing doubts about his ability to do the job.
Brian has known for the last couple of weeks or more that he's not really delivering the answers that we want, and it's not a matter of him being really keen and whoopee, yes sir, it's a matter of actually just tangible results.
Brian will not be able to organise other people until he learns to organise himself.
We cannot be seen to give him a telling off in front of everyone else.
But Carlton, it works. It does work.
I don't think it does. We'll have to disagree on that.
The staff are summoned to their first meeting since the boss's return from France.
When we left on Wednesday, you were all sitting outside. We phoned 43045. There was nobody picking up the phone. Carlton had to leave a message on Brian's mobile. You were all here. Carlton and I were furious on Wednesday when I haven't slept for 3 nights, Carlton hasn't slept for a night, and all we see, we come out and people are just having jolly good time. Now, that might not be so, but that's what it appears like.
That's what it feels like to us.
Here we are. I'm absolutely going crazy, and probably, if I don't have a bloody heart attack, it will be a miracle. And here's all these expensive people sitting, enjoying, having jolly good time. Oh, fantastic. Every time Carlton walks into the office, everybody scatters because you've been standing there and chatting. Organise yourself. I cannot afford for people to pass time. And if people are passing time, and I will find, and I'm going to keep an eye on you all like a hawk. If you don't organise your people and make sure that nobody is standing there chatting and having a good time, it won't be me saying to people, okay, you're sacked. It will be you.
Okay.
Yeah? So,
That's 5 o'clock.
Brian, can you stay behind, please? Please don't think there isn't a problem. There is a problem.
Every single other person here, when you walk in a room, should be going, Brian's here. Because you've walked into the room. What'll happen when you've got 40 people inside the hotel?
Maybe chaos, yeah.
Start being the general manager.
Absolutely.
And to put a rocket up your tail, if you don't show Carlton and I that you are the general manager, the business cannot carry on somebody as expensive as you.
Absolutely. I know that I'm fucking up. I know that I'm not, I know that I'm not giving you value for money. I know that. I'm not stupid. But now that we've spoken, I'm going to sort of what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to sack me. I don't want that to happen. I'm not saying that flippantly. I don't want to be sacked. I want to get a pay rise a year from now.
Storm clouds are gathering. If the hotel ever opens, will Lana still trust Brian to run it?
That was humiliating. She scares the shit out of me, frankly. And I am not assassinating her character at all. I admire her, but I've always kind of told myself that nice guys don't always finish last, but maybe I'm fooling myself, and maybe I've got to stop being a nice guy. I mean, it'd be terrible if I was saying to you guys right now, well, it's been sweet and, goodbye job, and having to go home and tell my wife that.
He's just not ready, or maybe never be ready, to be the general manager.
No, life is pretty shitty at the moment, too,
I think if he didn't get just how perilous his situation is, then he's simply stupid.
Next next time on Hell to Hotel. In a last-ditch attempt to get St Giles House off the ground, Lana hires an army.
A rota? That means we all have arrived, mate.
The management get the manpower they desperately need, but do they have the means to pay them?
We are up to the hilt on absolutely everything. We have credit cards coming out of our ears.
Why the fuck are we sitting on the £4,000 of stock from cellar door?
Oh. I had to pull over by the side of the road and just sort of cry about it because I shouldn't be going to my parents to ask them to bail me out or something.